Good day, beautiful people, wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful day once again today, and I'm taking a walk out here in nature. Today, I'm just taking a random walk. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking, baby, and just exploring the beautiful nature in this springtime here in South Africa. Welcome to the Divine Truth, where we bring out the truth in any concept. We are unlimited. We are unlimited, baby. So we speak about anything in this channel. So basically, I'm studying so many series. I'm doing so many series. I'm doing so many series. I'm busy. I'm busy, baby. I'm busy. When you see the moon, just know that I am busy, baby. And I'm gonna finish all of them though, because I'm going to. So today I'm gonna start another series. It's a series on the chakras, and I'm just going to speak on them one by one. So I'm gonna start with the first chakra. The first chakra, baby. They call it the grounding chakra. I don't know the Sanskrit words, but I'll get them next time when I do this video. I don't know them. I know them, but I don't know them. I don't know if you understand. But anyway, let's dive right into the video. So, the first chakra is all about grounding. The first chakra is all about survival. It takes care of our survival mode. How we survive in this universe, in this beautiful universe, baby. And here's what you have to know. Every chakra has 3 dimensions to it. And those dimensions are the dimensions of nature. You must understand that nature is governed by 3 dimensions, which is the dimension of ignorance, which is the dimension of passion, and also the dimension of purity. They also have Sanskrit words, so I won't say them because I don't know them again. Yes, so first, on the first chakra, you must understand that when the first chakra is underused, it's operating in the dimension of ignorance. And the first chakra, when it's underused, you will feel an emotion of shame. Shame is when the first chakra is underused. And people who live in shame are people who never express themselves. They call them shy, and many confuse them with introverts. But I'm an introvert, baby, so I'm not shy. So don't misunderstand that. Shyness is a result of shame, and fear has tricked us to think that shame and shyness, actually shyness and introvert is one thing, but it's not. I assure you it's not. So introvert people are people who prefer to be alone most of the time, connecting with their dimension, with their inner nature. But they can speak, they can express themselves fully. So people who are living in shame are people who never express themselves. You will know them, they always complain. They always feel like victims. They always feel like the world is against them, and they feel like people have to do things for them. Things have to come to them. They don't want to go through things. So shame people are people who never do anything. They always sitting around. They don't want to try anything, and they have excuses of everything. And people who live in shame, they are bound to suffer. They suffer most of the time. Many of them suffer depression. Many of them suffer all kinds of diseases. So many diseases. There are diseases in the underused chakra, and there are also diseases in the overused chakra. So on the underused chakra, people who live in shame are people who have depression most of the time. They live under depression most of the time. And there is, again, when the first chakra is overused. And when the first chakra is overused, which means it's in the dimension of passion. Everybody think passion is a good thing, but it's not. It has its ways, but it has to be controlled. That's why it has to be balanced. So people who live in passion in the first dimension are people with desire. There's the sad thing about desire. There's the good thing about it, because it helps someone. That's why they say when one is living in the dimension of passion, then they can move to purity anytime. At least they have a desire to start. So one who lives in desire, it's one who have hope, but that doesn't mean that they are balanced. So they overuse everything. People who live in desire are people who are trying to hide their shame. So they will try to do things to hide their shame. And people who live in desire, they are bound to live in pain because they overuse the body and they overuse their voices, they overuse action, then they get tired, they get fatigued, and they end up having so many different diseases. They end up catching diseases like bipolar, for example. Bipolar, because they are so aggressive when they do something. They are too much masculine. They are too much into controlling things. They control if they want to control even things that they can't control. So that is desire. Now there is also the third dimension in the first chakra, which is the dimension of purity. When your chakra is balanced, baby, when your chakra is balanced, you will be willing. Willingness, you will have a feeling of willingness to do things that you've never done before. Since the first chakra is all about survival, then when you are in the mode of willingness, then you will be willing to try out new things. You will be willing to face the unknown. You will be willing to do things that you've never done before. And when one is willing, then one is free from pain, and also one is free from suffering. But be careful though that you don't get attached to willingness, that you will be trapped in the first chakra and never move. For you to move, baby, after you balance the first chakra, it will be time to explore other dimension. Don't get caught up in the same chakra. Don't get an identity. Don't develop an identity. An identity on willingness, on trying out new things. There are people who do it. There are people who always take risks. They call them daredevils. People who take risks all the time. They love to climb the rock, and they are alive only when they are climbing. But when they stop, they have problems. Like people who are astronauts. Astronauts are so much willing to explore the unknown, but when the unknown comes to an end, then they are energyless. They get back to suffering. They get back to the lower dimension, to the dimension of pain, and then from there they get back to suffering. So be careful. Don't be attached. Don't be too attached, baby. So when one is willing, then they have an opportunity to shift to the next chakra. So when you are willing to explore the unknown, we have all experienced it. We have all experienced this. At the time, we felt shame of dating, studying dating, and then we had a desire to date. But when we started to be willing, that's when we found people, and that's when we started to enjoy the unknown, to enjoy dating. But we have to move from there. We can't be caught up in there. We can't be caught up in willing, because you lose yourself in willing. When you're willing to do everything for everybody, you lose yourself, and you lose yourself, and you end up being a slave. You end up being vulnerable to be used all the time because you don't have boundaries. You are willing to do anything. So when you reach the dimension of willingness, then you must be able to open up your heart to shift to other dimensions. Because willingness, the reason why it's grounding is because when we have balanced our first chakra, then we have an opportunity to go to other chakras, to explore other chakras. We have to take them step by step. There's no way one can jump from no balancing of the first chakra to the seventh chakra, the sixth, the fifth, the fourth, the third, and the second. It's impossible. You gotta be grounded first. You gotta be taken care of survival mode. So when you are willing, then you have an opportunity to shift to another dimension. So I will leave you guys to go and explore my willingness, explore my first chakra willingness, exploring the unknown. So I will leave you guys to continue my journey in nature. Have a great day wherever you are. I'm sending you tons and tons and tons and tons of energy that will balance your first chakra. And I say that go out there and explore, baby, because the only way to balance your first chakra is to go out there and explore. At first you will have to use effort, at first you will have to use force, because being ungrounded, being your chakra, when it is unbalanced, then you will have to use a bit of effort. But as you start to balance your first chakra, then everything will begin to flow, baby. So wherever you are, have a beautiful day. I love you guys. Continue to be awesome and amazing and explore the natures of life. Peace.